Hi everyone. I just wanted to do a collective reading on Mercury stationing direct and see how that's affecting us all. I definitely feel a lot better. Yesterday was kind of crazy, but made it through it. A lot of crises yesterday. A lot of snow, accidents on the highway. It was crazy. My sister-in-law broke her ankle yesterday. My daughter had a terrible toothache. I had to take her into walk-in dental today. So she's got an appointment on Monday to get some work done on her teeth. All right, I'm gonna pick an oracle card here. We got Whip number 11. I've picked this card before, but I don't remember what it was about. I'll look it up in the book here. All right, let's see what stationing going direct meant for all of us. I feel like it kind of shook people right back on the right track here. That's kind of the feeling I get with this whip here. Mercury stationing direct here. We all went back to some really deep stuff with this Mercury retrograde. I had so much stuff going on in my life. But I feel like things are finally calming down a little bit here. All right, let's see what this Mercury stationing direct brought us here. Oh, that sword really wanted to come out, the Ace of Swords. It flipped out the first time I put it back in the deck, but it really wanted to come out there. All right. So we got the Ace of Swords crossed by the Two of Swords here. I'm just doing the traditional Celtic cross, and the Four of Pentacles just flew out. And I'm putting it below. Eight of Swords in our recent past. So, ooh, there's two cards that are flipped this way. I'm gonna take those two. The Empress right above us, and then the Lovers in our upcoming future. Ooh. Got the Four of Cups here. Knight of Cups. I just need two more. Ooh, Devil. We're definitely getting over our fears here. There's a lot of fears right now for a lot of people out there. We've got to learn to trust and have faith and believe that things will be okay. And I know that's hard, you guys. Like, I'm going through a lot of it too. My daughter and I got exposed to TB last month without any PPE. So we've got to get testing done for that. So I'm dealing with that. But I'm just having faith that things are gonna be okay, you know? There's a lot of stuff going on. My aunt is still in the hospital, getting treated for tuberculosis, and she's doing a lot better. They had her in an induced coma, and now they're talking about getting her out of it because she's improving a lot. I've been praying a lot for her too, and like trying to send her heart energy here. This is our last card, Death. Alright, you guys, and I've got a lot of other stuff going on too in my personal life that's just crazy, but I'm sure all of you out there too are too. This is whip number 11. I will hold this up while I read from the book for it, and then I'll get into the reading. Let's see what Mercury stationing direct is gonna bring us, the energies. Whip number 11. Attraction, sex, the physical, conflict, arguments, punishment, repetitive. Makes sense with the Mercury retrograde, but now it's direct. Red hot energy emanates from the whip. It is the heat of passion rising, but is it pleasure or pain? The whip denotes friction between forces, people, situations, objects. The whip could be an exchange of harsh words, the clash of minds and thought, or the physical contact of bodies. There is an overtly sexual nature to the whip. It represents varying degrees of intimacy that can range from demure encounter to an erotic affair. Though these interactions can begin as a subtle touch, the brush of a feather, the caress of lips, it can become wilder and unruly as you lose yourself in the heady experience. Just as love can have a dark, destructive side, so too does the whip. When it appears, confrontation may be brewing. Anger and upset can bubble up from deep within. Something innocent can spiral into overblown rage. A comment said in jest could lead to an altercation. Overstepping boundaries could end in a fight. Conversation could turn into an argument. The whip warns you to watch what you say and do. Loose lips and rash actions could spiral into unexpected chaos. The flick and swish gesture made with the whip is indicative of its rhythmic, even repetitive nature. Manifesting in many ways, it could be the gyration of hips dancing, the up-down motion of weightlifting, or the pounding of a fist. The whip can reveal the dynamic interaction, an on-again, off-again relationship, the physical suspense of foreplay, the ambiguity of promises. It would be wise to consider whether you are engaging in any repetitive actions that could cause more pain than pleasure. How far will you go to seek out pleasure? The whip warns against playing games that involve love, lust, and relationships. The cat and mouse chase with the lover could get ugly. Taunting or teasing someone could provoke unforeseen consequences. Alright, that makes sense. People are probably realizing that they shouldn't be going back to the old relationships. That makes sense with Mercury going direct. I'm sure there were a lot of people who reached out to people from their past and tried to, either seduce their lover back into their life or whatever, everything that Mercury retrograde brings. But let's see, in our recent past here, we have the Eight of Swords, just kind of being lost in the information all around us. Just, it was, I don't know about you guys, but it was chaos for me. It was like one thing after another coming at me, and I'm sure that's like that for everyone else here. We have the Four of Cups here. Just kind of, I guess being stable and just kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen here. And probably disappointments as well. I feel like some of us could have had a lot of disappointments, definitely, from any part of your life, you know, family, work, love, whatever. This is for the whole collective here. We have the Ace of Swords here in the center, crossed by the Two of Swords. So Mercury going retrograde kind of took us out of this indecisive energy here and just kind of helped make things more clear here and helped us to pay attention to things in our life that we need to be grateful for, like, you know, with this cup here and him paying attention to these instead of that. So I think that going direct kind of cleared things up for us here with that Two of Swords crossing us. We have the Empress right above us here, just kind of trying to manifest here in manifest abundance, stability here, this Four of Pentacles here. And there are people that are hoarding too, going out there and just kind of going crazy. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like, okay, but I've been kind of preparing since last year, so. But anyways, we have the Knight of Cups here. I kind of knew there was going to be some kind of change. So I feel like now we're changing, like, you know, with the Knight of Cups there, we're kind of being more calm and collected here after all that crazy energy. There's going to be more this year, by the way. I recommend watching astrology. So there might be a little bit of a calm again before the storm, and there might be some scary things coming up ahead as well here. We're afraid. We have a lot of fears right now. This is in our hopes and fears. But a lot of people are working at breaking free from that, and that's what we all need to do here. We need to open up our hearts as well. I think that's what this Ace of Swords here is trying to tell us here, and kind of also connect with everything else in our physical reality here. This number 3 Empress, that's about the manifestation of the reality, everything around us, the universe, the world, and everything. And we're kind of, a lot of us are working on healing, working on, you know, opening up our hearts here. And then the outcome is a transformation here. So I feel like this Mercury stationing direct did bring a transformation for a lot of people. I know it did me. There was a lot of like I said, a lot of crazy things happening in my life, and I'm at a point where it's like, okay, I'm just going with the flow here, like, you know, waiting and kind of hoping, you know, like, you know, and believing that things are gonna be okay. We're human beings. We've been through a lot here. We have the Lovers here in our upcoming future, finding balance, and opening our hearts and universal love. Like, I really hope that's what everybody's working towards here. I think there's two sides here to the collective. Like I said, there's those of us here with this cups and that lovers, you know, trying to tell everybody to just open your hearts here, like let your inner heart shine. And then we have the people that are afraid here, panicking and worrying. And then the death card too here. People could be afraid that we're all gonna die here. But I really think this is transforming all of us here. And eventually, I really feel like eventually we'll all be at the same spot, no matter what walk of life you come from or anything like that. Everybody's awakening in their own way, and people are still fighting it, but I feel like people are gonna come around. It's kind of just a matter of waiting, you know? But anyways, you guys, let's see what the advice is. I'm just gonna pull 3 cards for the advice for the collective. If you guys haven't seen my weekly readings for this week, go check it out. And I also did full moon readings for every sign, and I did the collective, so go check that out as well. The full moon was yesterday, but those energies will be affecting you for a while. Let's see what the advice is for the collective here. All right. Ooh, I even saw that when I was shuffling. 8 of Cups. All right, 2 more cards, please. So yeah, like I said, I know there's a lot of things that we should be afraid of, but like I said, we need to look deep within ourselves, you know, realize what we are, and we can change everything through love. I know that sounds cheesy, but I really believe that. And it's not gonna happen until everyone else comes around. All right, 2 more cards, please. Ooh, we got the Lovers. That one flipped over. 1 more card for advice here. 4 Swords. All right, so this is pretty much telling us to leave behind those negative emotions there. Look at the face on the, I think that's the sun and the moon together. Like his face is all melancholy, and then this guy is walking away from these cups here. It's like we need to leave that negative energy behind, and, you know, get that out of our heart here and open our hearts up. Just let your inner light shine here. And we need to just, you know, get mental stability here, clarity, just meditate on everything. You know, if you pray. Soldiers used to pray before they would go to war here. So I feel like this is more like telling us to lean on our beliefs and, like, you know, not to lose faith in universe, in, or whatever that is to you, God, you know, source, spirit, you know, it doesn't matter what you call it. We all have that light within us, and it's all around us. And regardless of what you believe, we are all light beings. We're all, you know, And not just humans, like everything else around us too. It's all in everything. So we need to open our hearts here and let it shine. And just, you know, have faith and believe and, you know, gain that mental clarity, stability. And leave those negative emotions behind here. All right, you guys, that's our advice, and that's my collective reading for the Mercury stationing direct. I'll see you guys in the weekly readings. I might do 1 or 2 more readings before the weekly readings, but you know, if there's anything significant going on astrologically, I'll post something for the collective. Maybe for all the signs. Definitely the lunar cycles, new moons and full moons, I'm going to do for every sign, as well as the weekly ones. That's for sure. And then if there's any big planetary aspects, then I'll do readings for each sign for that as well. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.